Look closely at this city. It's London, but devoid of the bright lights or polished streets we know today. The air is thick with a heavy yellow smog, making it hard to see, hard to breathe, and even harder to get through the day. Amidst this suffocating haze, the alleys were packed with stalls selling massive quantities of hot-boiled eels, sheep's trotters, and thick meat pies filled with whatever scraps the butchers had left over. People consumed them by the thousands. But if you walk these streets today, you won't find them. Despite being universally relied upon by the working class, these meals completely vanished from the modern menu. People didn't suddenly stop liking the taste of jellied eels overnight. The environment itself shifted, rewriting the harsh rules of how a person stayed alive in this city. Modern street food is designed to be a fun, flavorful experience. Back then, eating a bowl of thick, dark pea soup from a handcart had absolutely zero to do with pleasure. We have to stop looking at these items as recipes and start evaluating them as highly engineered survival tools. The entire city ran on the extreme physical exhaustion of a working class pushed entirely to their bodily limits. Dock hands and factory laborers were burning thousands of calories in hostile, freezing conditions. Feeding yourself was a strict biological calculation. You traded a single penny for the maximum possible amount of raw endurance to keep your body moving for another 10 hours. The first of these tools was the fast fill. This was crucial for men working the river docks, whose bodies required immediate, aggressive caloric spikes just to keep hauling heavy cargo. Their primary fuel source came straight from the water. Vendors pulled cheap, abundant eels directly out of the Thames, boiling them on the street with zero seasoning and serving them in tin bowls for instant, rapid consumption. When eels weren't available, laborers lined up for deep-fried fish refuse, heads, tails, and skin that the markets threw away, deep-fried in heavy oil and sold for fractions of a penny. The heavy oil, intense salt, and sharp crunch of the fried scraps performed a neat physiological trick. It instantly signaled the brain and stomach that they were full, even if the actual meat was missing. Health metrics did not matter at all. The singular goal of the fast fill was to stop hunger pangs immediately so a laborer could get right back to lifting. Factory workers faced a totally different biological hurdle. They were trapped inside for agonizing 12-hour shifts, demanding a slow, continuous burn of energy. Quality cuts of beef and pork were entirely out of reach for these wages. Instead, workers relied on the discarded remnants of the butcher shop, like boiled sheep's trotters and rubbery cow stomach, known as tripe. This graph shows why these scraps were valuable. Fat and collagen metabolize slowly, providing steady baseline energy across a shift. To perfect this, workers ate bread soaked in meat fat, delivering an instant carbohydrate spike that bridged perfectly into that slow fat burn. Eating boiled feet and stomach lining was an incredibly calculated, highly efficient way to hack human metabolism and delay starvation. Our final category of street food had to solve two problems at once: starvation inside the body and the freezing temperatures outside of it. Vendors sold large potatoes baked in hot ash from roaming iron carts. On freezing nights, these provided both high-calorie carbohydrates and immediate physical utility, held against the body as literal, edible hand warmers. Then there was the biological genius of jellied eels. Vendors realized that boiling the eels released natural gelatin. As it cooled, it formed a perfect, airtight seal around the meat, completely preserving the food without requiring a single block of expensive refrigeration. These items were multi-layered logistical solutions engineered to defend against extreme poverty and brutal weather simultaneously. Eventually, the Thames was cleaned up, labor laws reduced factory hours, average incomes rose, and modern hygiene regulations swept the boiling tins off the cobblestones. As the physical environment became softer, the way people ate shifted with it. The city traded heavy, functional endurance tools for plates designed around comfort, flavor, and leisure. Hot eels and sheep's trotters didn't fail as products. Their specific biological purpose simply became obsolete. Yet while our surroundings are infinitely more comfortable today, the absolute baseline requirements of human biology remain identical. We still require calories, fat, and energy to move. If our modern supply chains and cozy comforts collapsed tomorrow, our strict standards for cuisine would shatter. In a matter of days, we would revert straight back to these exact same survival strategies, doing whatever it takes to simply get through the day.